So I am up in Batchewana Bay. It's where's my finger? It's a long, windy beach. You can travel for long ways. There's a don't know if you can really see it very well on the camera. Quite a good island out there that you can paddle out to. Um, it is very late in the season to have open water like this. I am through all of my exams as of yesterday, and I still have two short research projects to get in by the 22nd. Had a bit of an extension on those, which was very much appreciated considering some issues I was dealing with. But yeah, it finally snowed. Finally snowed here, but really not much, really. Usually by this time of the year, we've had snow almost 2 months. And we really didn't get anything that stayed until about 3 or 4 days ago. And it was quite odd because, people here, there is a big ATV culture in the summer, and there is a big snowmobile culture in the winter. So people were like, this is fried, like it's very late and they're just itching to get out, right? So as soon as we got, a squall advisory and kind of a mini winter storm advisory, and they were predicting, what were they predicting, like 15 centimeters. I don't think we got that much. We might have got 10. Don't ask me to convert that in inches. I have no idea. But anyways, it was enough that, people were like, you could hear the snowmobiles like right away, right? Because, people in the north, they don't understand the snow like coming this late. Like it probably set some sort of record, I would imagine, because I know people even in the States were getting it before us, and even where I'm from down south, they got it before us. And the last I don't know, 15 years or so, it's down there, we haven't really had too much of a winter. Like the odd time we'll get hit with a good amount, but certainly not like when I was a kid down south, that's for sure. So yeah, still Gitche Gumee is still mostly open water, Lake Superior. And I guess you guys may or may not have noticed that I haven't really been on social media very much for a couple months for the sake of my sanity. And this is when boundaries are very, very important, right? You just have to, you have to know when to pull away. You have to know when to stop doing things that are just detrimental to you, because your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, it's all intersectional, and everything plays on everything else. There's no such thing as an individualistic mindset that your mental health will never affect your physical health, and your physical health will never affect your mental health. It's like, nope. It's a stew of intersectionality, yeah? So it's really important to learn how to keep the good and move away from the not so good or the toxic. And you have a right to exist, and with part of honoring your right to exist is proper healthy boundaries, getting enough exercise, monitoring what goes in and out of you. Is it nourishing to you? Is it not nourishing to you? Are you working and playing in balance with each other? Are you doing too much and not enough of the other, and etc.? So this right here is kind of frozen over, but if I stepped on it yet, I would probably have a very cold bath. It will obviously, those types of things will freeze so solid eventually that you can, there's not here, but down the road in the bay, another bay, I've walked way out on the lake in the winter, right? So people will ride snow machines out, way out. So it's definitely different. I'm not gonna get home this Christmas, so it's going to be a very, very different Christmas than normal. And I should add that this beach, this very long beach, is busy in the summer. Like, I'm the only person here today. It's not cold by Canadian standards. It's probably about -5 or so. The sun is shining, but they don't monetize their beaches up here, so, which means you don't pay to get in. Down south, they tend to monetize the beaches. So people just come up, they don't monetize the commons, we come up, they swim, whatever. But as I was saying, like, I let my old boss know I wouldn't be coming down to see everybody. I was actually supposed to take off down south tomorrow for the first part of my journey, but COVID made me cancel everything because where I'm from is in so there's a huge driftwood. Where I'm from is in a orange zone. So it's a bit higher of a zone. And I grew up about an hour and a half from Toronto, and that's in a restricted zone right now. So, considering my mom was hospitalized for pneumonia and some mental health issues and etc., about a month and a half ago, we decided that it wasn't really worth the risk. Oxford County Public Health, which is Oxford County is where I'm from, they advised against me traveling down there because we are in a green zone here, which means there's not a lot of COVID because we're more sparsely populated. And they said, well, you don't really want to, like, bring something back up to the people from down south. And I didn't want to. My mom's 70. Oh, here's the thing that's kind of starting to freeze over. My mom's 70, my dad's 68. I didn't really want to risk exposing them to anything or whatever. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of a weird Christmas, but we'll have to make the best of it. So we have what they call mixed forest here at 46 degrees north. We still have maple trees here, birch. If you go further north, like I talk about in some of my other videos, Cochrane, my friend, there's no maple trees up there. It's all birch. And then, of course, the farther you go, eventually it's all boreal. And then, of course, you get to the end of the tree line. So I have a friend that lives in the far north, and he will go on snow machine to the end of the tree line and into the tundra, which is Ontario's far north has a little bit of tundra, not much. So here, this is cute. This is a very tiny bathroom, which would be very cold right now, this time of year. Polar Bear Provincial Park in the far north of Ontario has the most temperate tundra in the world. It's quote unquote not as far north as most tundras are. So there's an interesting little fact. So I am through, as of the end of this term. Oh, this is cute. You guys see the little birdie prints? This is so cute. Little birdie feet. That's adorable. I'm doing a certificate inside my degree. I don't know if they have those in other countries or whatever, but basically it's I suppose it's similar to a minor, but it's a little bit more involved than a minor. That's how it's been explained to me. It's like a separate thing you graduate with, right? It's like, it's a certificate of blah, 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 and then it's a degree of blah, blah, blah. As opposed to your majors this and your minors, whatever. So, my certificate is in social welfare, which was 2 community economic and social development courses, 6 social work courses, and 2 sociology courses. So I'm going to be through that as of, well, now, actually. So my social work courses, it's been crazy because all 6 of them, I've gotten straight A's in them, which has been like, oh my God. The lowest final grade I got was 83, and the highest has been 94. So I was like, frig. So yeah, it's been, I'm glad that I picked, not that the grading is like easier, I'm not saying that because it's not. My sociology prof is amazing guy, but he's probably the hardest marker that I've had. So, but he'll work with you. He'll work with you like crazy to help you. So I don't say I'm glad I picked a small northern school because it's easier academically. They're just, you're not a number, and they're willing to work with you more that way type thing, right? And culturally, you get like a really interesting experience, that you're not going to get in a big school down south. Not that I'm running down big schools down south whatsoever, because I'm not, But anyways, I just wanted to make a video, saying I'm not dead. I needed to and continue to need to take care of my mental health. And yeah, so up in Batchewana Bay, and my hands are getting cold now, holding my phone. So I think I'm going to head back to the carriage and probably head back into town. I've been blasting some Phil Collins on the way here, and Phil and his mad drum skills have kept me company out in the bush, which has been great. And can't go wrong with Phil. I'm gonna head back into the city, head back into my apartment, and start on the second last of my projects. And then I have a month off, guys. I have some interviews to do with the NOSM, Northern Ontario School of Medicine. I have a follow-up interview, and I have some policy writing articles to do for the Northern Policy Institute while I'm off on Christmas break. But I have like a month to get through the policy bite and form it and everything else. So anyways, I hope everyone is doing good, and I will talk to you guys later.